It was a typical summer afternoon in our sleepy town, the kind where the heat made the air shimmer and the cicadas sang lazily in the trees. I had just finished my chores and decided to take my bike for a ride down to the park. Mom always said to be careful, but it was a small town where everyone knew everyone. What could possibly go wrong? I pedaled along the familiar streets, the wind tousling my hair, and the scent of freshly cut grass filling my nostrils. As I neared the park, I noticed a van parked near the entrance. It was an old beat-up thing, and I didn't recognize it, which was strange since I knew most of the cars and vans in town. I shrugged it off and leaned my bike against a tree, heading for the swing set. The park was almost empty, just a couple of kids with their parents and an older guy sitting on a bench, reading a newspaper. As I swung higher and higher, I felt free, like I could touch the sky. After a while, I got thirsty and decided to head to the water fountain near the edge of the park. As I was drinking, I felt a presence behind me. Turning around, I saw the man from the bench standing there. He had a friendly smile, but something about it seemed off. "Hey there, kid," he said. His voice smooth but with an edge I couldn't place. "Nice day, huh?" I nodded, wiping my mouth with the back of my hand. "Yeah, it is." He stepped closer, too close for comfort. "You look like a strong kid. Bet you could help me with something real quick. My dog ran off into those woods, and I can't find him. Think you could help an old man out?" Every instinct in me screamed to run, but I didn't want to be rude. I glanced at the woods, then back at him. "I don't know. I should probably get back home soon." He chuckled, but it didn't reach his eyes. "It'll only take a minute. Come on, what do you say?" I took a step back, my heart pounding in my chest. "I really need to go." His smile dropped, replaced by a look of annoyance. "Listen, kid. It's just a dog. Don't be such a wuss." I turned to leave, but he grabbed my arm, his grip tight and painful. "Let go!" I yelled, trying to wrench my arm free. At that moment a voice called out, "Hey, what's going on here?" It was Mr. Thompson, the owner of the local grocery store, walking his dog. Relief washed over me. The man's grip loosened, and he quickly let go, stepping back. "Oh, nothing," the man said, his voice too casual. "Just asking for some help." Mr. Thompson's eyes narrowed. "You should let the boy go. Now." The man muttered something under his breath and backed off, walking quickly toward his car. I watched as he got in and drove away, my heart still racing. Mr. Thompson put a hand on my shoulder. "You okay, kid?" I nodded, though I felt anything but. "Yeah, thanks. I think he was trying to kidnap me." He frowned, his grip tightening slightly. "Let's get you home. Your parents need to know about this." As we walked back to my bike, I couldn't shake the feeling of how close I'd come to something terrible. Mr. Thompson stayed with me all the way home, his presence a comforting shield against the fear that still clung to me. When I got home, Mom hugged me tightly, her face pale as I recounted what had happened. She thanked Mr. Thompson over and over, and he promised to spread the word around town to keep an eye out. And to this night, as I lay in bed, I realized just how lucky I was. In our small town, it was easy to feel safe, but that day taught me that danger can lurk even in the most familiar places. And sometimes, it's the people who know you and look out for you that make all the difference.